Hey, you guys. Good morning. I'm going to turn this light off real quick. Let's let some sun in here. Let's let some sun in here. I'm going to see if any of you guys pop up here. I know most of you guys are at work. So, if you watch the replay, just do hashtag replay. I'm going to wait just a minute to see if any of you guys pop up here. I know it's a random time too, so. But I wanted to pop up here and chat this morning. Is anybody out there? Because y'all know, I hate talking to myself. I hate it. So, wait a minute or two, and if nobody pops up here, I will just do it later. Because I do not like to talk to myself. I struggle. I'll wait a minute or two. I know it's a little bit delayed. But we're going to wait a minute. And you know what? While I wait, I'm actually going to refill my coffee real quick. Oh, we got two people. Good morning. I popped up here and nobody popped up here. Y'all say hey. If you watch the replay, do hashtag replay. But I had something on my heart this morning I wanted to share with you guys. So, I've been thinking about it since last night. So, I was like, you know what? I should probably go live. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to start? Good morning. All right, get my soul. Okay. So, I wanted to come up here and chat with you guys a little bit. I'll probably save this so you guys can share it with your teams. But I had something on my heart for the last few days, just reflecting on my journey, because it's coming up to the 4-year mark. January will be 4 years, and it's insane because usually by 2 years I get bored and like I want to do something else. So I was thinking to myself when I first started what it was like, and kind of going back in time into my first few months, the first 2 years of my business, and knowing what I know now, what I wish I would have known then. And I'll kind of want to share with you guys a little bit about my background story. So when I joined under my husband's best friend's wife. She wasn't serious about her business. She was kind of hit and miss, but I joined under her. She sent me a welcome email, and that was pretty much it. I hadn't heard from her literally since I've joined. It's crazy, right? 4 years. Haven't heard from her since. She sent me the welcome email. I got my kit in the mail. I actually tried to send my kit back because I had buyer's remorse. I was like, yeah, I'm going to suck at this. But I got my kit, and in that kit, it had the new consulting guide. So I didn't know about team pages. I didn't know about trainings. I didn't have an upline until later on, good morning, Tiffany, until I was on Chloe Cox's team page. I didn't really know what to expect. I got my kit in the mail, and I know that when I filled out my stuff, it said I'm an independent Scentsy consultant. Got my kit in the mail. I got emails from Scentsy about what to do to start up. Now, remember, that time we didn't have a first things first checklist. That was kind of newer. But it did come with, what to do in my first 15 days, what to do in my first month, what to do in my first 70 days. And I got the new consulting guide. So, I didn't have any training. I had nobody train me. I literally read and I did exactly what the new consulting guide told me to do. I did exactly what the emails told me to do. It told me have a launch party. I did not have a launch party at home. I took my stuff to work because my family and friends suck. So I took it to work, and that's where I had my launch party at. You do what you gotta do, right? But I didn't have training. I literally did not have training, and I remember it taking me a long time to kind of kick off, but once I figured it out and I figured out what worked, I just kept replicating that. But every time, y'all gonna get a kick out of this, I didn't know about adding stuff to parties to save shipping. I didn't know about host rewards. Every order, I ordered it from my website, paid shipping, never got host rewards for like a good couple months. First couple months, I didn't know. I didn't know any of those things. I didn't have a team page giving me ideas. I didn't have a sponsor pour into me and kind of teach me and guide me. I didn't have those things. And what I can say about that is it made me a better business owner. Even to this day, 4 years in, I don't ask a lot of questions. Because if I have a question, I look it up. That might be the nurse in me too. Because I have oldest child syndrome. I'm the oldest of 5. But I've always been one of those people that figured it out. If I had a question about something, I never asked. I just figured it out. I would Google it or I would YouTube it. And I remember the first few months of my business, I literally YouTubed everything. How to book a home party. How to put parties in because I didn't know. I didn't know. Look, nobody got a bundle and save of wax, okay? Nobody. Nobody got a bundle and save. Everybody got charged $5 back then. $5 for a bar of wax. I never bundled and saved anything for anybody because I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. But what I will say during that time of what some people would call failure, I don't call it failure. I call it learning. Because if you don't make mistakes and if you don't suck and if you don't fail, you don't learn and you don't grow and you don't get better. And what I can say about not having support, not having a sponsor train me, not having a team page for support, it made me self-sufficient. It really, really made me self-sufficient because I didn't know any better. I didn't know the community that we had, what we have now. I didn't know about trainings that we have now. I didn't know. If I wanted to know how to do a home party, I'm going to tell you, I YouTubed how to do a home party, and it was Katie Farner's video. That's how I learned how to do home parties. Bag parties. Well, they called them basket parties then. I YouTubed what to put in a bag party. I YouTubed how to host coach. I Googled how much is the warmer of the month. I was so hungry for knowledge and growth because I wanted this to be a vessel that changed my life. Oh, girl, I was jacked up. Y'all hear me? But I didn't know any better. I thought that was normal. Remember, I got a welcome email. That was it. That was it. And I got stuff from Scentsy when they sent me the emails, but I didn't know any better. But because I didn't have leadership and I didn't have a sponsor take me under her wing and teach me, it made me a better business owner. It made me a better leader because it taught me what not to do. It taught me what not to do. And some would look at that and say, Katie, God, you sucked. Like, you were so bad. I don't look at it like that. I looked at it as, had that not happened, had that not happened, I wouldn't be where I am. If I had a sponsor train me up correctly, I wouldn't be where I am because it would have made me not self-sufficient. So I said all that to say this. There's so many resources out there, and it breaks my heart that people don't take advantage of this. And this is why I stopped doing one-on-one coaching calls for the last few months. There's a reason behind why I do what I do when I stop doing something. Because I would get on the phone with people I was coaching and they'd be, well, how do I get PRV? How do I grow my customer base? How do I sponsor? When it's right there. There is an amazing program called Guide to Growth that so many people have not watched. And it baffles me when people say, I want success in this business, I want to do better, but you haven't taken the time to invest in yourself. And hear me, that takes time. I hear people, I don't want to watch it because the videos are long. It's supposed to be long. This is a life-changing business, and it's not a race. It's not a race. It takes time. But when you take time to invest in yourself and to learn and to fail and to get better and to try new things, it grows you as a business owner. It grows you as a leader. And it blows my mind. I hear this all the time. I haven't watched it. I'm like, well, girl, you're messaging me about a flyer I created, and it's in the Google Drive. Watch the video and go to the Google Drive, and it's there. It's created for you. Slap your picture on it. It's there. And I wish that program would have been available when I started. That's a free program. I want you guys to realize, too, that the programs and trainings that are given freely, most companies charge for those. You guys are so incredibly blessed, and our team and our group is so incredibly blessed to have people pour into you without wanting anything in return. For the simple fact that we want you guys to do it better and faster and with less heartache and with less headache and without less stress and less feeling overwhelmed. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it's worth it. So many people skip the foundational steps and then they struggle in their business. And one thing I say all the time when people say, I struggle with PRV, I'm like, did you have a launch party? Do you have a follow-up system? And they say, no, well, that's the basics. So what are you doing? You're skipping the basics. And when you skip the basics, when you skip laying that strong foundation down, when you skip that, your business is going to fall. You may build, but it's going to fall because you haven't built a strong foundation. So I said all this to say this. If you have not watched that program, if you're not investing in yourself and seeing value in learning, because you'll never know everything, okay? It ain't no secret. I struggle with social media. I freaking hate it. I would delete it in a minute. But my goal on my dream board, my goal for this year was to get better at mastering social media. I watch at least 2 or 3 trainings every single week on social media so I can get better at it. So I can get better at it and then teach you guys how to do it. Because that's an area I struggle in. Nobody joins and is expert at this business, y'all. Nobody joins and is like, I'm the best at everything in this business. It doesn't happen like that. You know how people become experts? They suck. And they fail. And they fall down. But they rise back up. And it baffles me, the reason I stopped coaching people, because it was surface level coaching. It was, how do I get PRV? Honey, I can't book parties for you. I can't have a launch party for you. I can't create a follow-up system for you. And I can't follow up with your customers for you. Well, I want a sponsor. Okay, how many conversations are you having? Well, I haven't yet. I just posted on Facebook. I can't help you. And I say that with love in my heart, but I can't make people do the hard things. I can't make people get out of their comfort zones. What I can do is teach you how to do those things. And what I'm finding is the people that have watched Guide to Growth, they say, I've watched it. And I'll say, well, what have you implemented from it? Crickets. It does no good if you watch 5 trainings and you don't implement anything from them. And hear me, it doesn't have to be magical things. Small ripples create big waves. Small ripples create big waves. And hear me, so many of you guys want these big things. I want to promote. I want to do this. And that's amazing. Have goals. But it starts with action. It starts with action. You're not going to shift your business until you act, until you move. It's just like exercising. You're not going to get on your bike. I'm looking at my bike right now. And exercise 1 day a month and expect to lose weight. That's not what happens. But if you're consistent, little ripples create big waves. You have to be willing to be consistent in the little things that you don't think matter. What matters? A follow-up system. A follow-up system. I don't care if you have 5 customers. Are you following up with them? Are you building relationships with them? When I talk about booking parties, I hear this all the time. I can't book parties. I'm like, well, what? I have no problem booking parties. People tell me no all the time. This isn't to be cocky. But I'll say, well, send me what you're sending them. Of course they're not going to book a party with you. You're sending them a freaking novel, a Nicholas Sparks novel. You know what I say to people, and I'm going to book parties today, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I say, girl, you want to get your order for free? And that's literally it. I'm like, girl, do you want some free Scentsy? Do you want some free stuff? That's how I book parties. But it wasn't always that easy for me. Because I used to send novels. And I was wondering why I was getting 20 no's, 30 no's, 40 no's, 50 no's. Because it was me. I freaking sucked. And I had to learn how to get better at that area. Same with working with my team. I used to go overboard. Like, y'all do all these things. I can't make people do something they don't want to do. I can't make you guys do something you don't want to do. There's a difference when people say, I want to promote, I want to find success. And then I say, well, what are you doing about it? I post it on Facebook. That's not going to get you closer to where you want to be. There's a difference between wanting and working, and I think people get confused with what you want and what you're doing. Do your actions follow up with what you want? Are you telling yourself, I want to promote, I want to get paid at title, I want my team to promote, I want to be a better leader? Do your actions follow what you're saying? Because I call out, y'all know I'm a sugar coater. I'm a people pleaser. I love people, but the longer I'm in this business, I've grown a lot of balls, big balls, big balls. Because I didn't have support. And it frustrates me a lot when I hear people say, well, my sponsor doesn't do anything for you. Do something for yourself. Your sponsor can't book parties for you. Your sponsor can't sponsor for you. Your sponsor can't work with your team for you. And it breaks my spirit when I hear people say, my upline doesn't do anything for me. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Because if you're expecting from other people what you're not doing yourself, that's not fair. I was expecting from my sponsor what I wasn't doing for the people that I sponsored. And I had to change that. Change starts with your mind when you wake up saying today's going to be different. I'm done not getting active every month. I'm done not getting paid at title. I'm done being stuck at lead for a year, 2 years. I'm done with my team falling off. What am I going to do about it? At some point, you have to make a decision that says, do I want this business? Because this business can be a blessing. I'm telling you guys. I wish I could share what I want to share, and I can't yet. I can't yet. This business changed my life, and it changed my family's life, and that's real life. My goal going forward is not to deliberately hurt people's feelings, but to be real. I'm here for the people that want to change their life for the better, to use this business as a vessel to change your life. I love the hobbyists. I love you get paid off your own stuff, but I am here to build business owners, to build independent business owners that changes their life using this business as a vessel. That's what I'm here for. And coming from somebody that's been very self-sufficient for 4 years, I have had very minimal coaching because I know what I wanted. And when you know what you want and your actions align with your words and you do something about it. Some of you guys, and I noticed this when I started my coach texting, I'd give them a task. They're like, I want higher PRV. Okay, here's your goal. I want you to follow up with your customers and I want you to book 5 parties. Crickets. You don't want higher PRV. Be honest with yourself. You don't want to sponsor if you're not having sponsoring conversations. You don't want to promote if you're not working with your team and coaching with your team. At some point, you have to be honest with yourself and say, do my actions align with my words? Do you want it or do you just say you want it? Because I've been saying to myself for 2 years, I want to get healthy and lose weight. And your girl over here, still a lard, eating all the snacks. I don't really want to get healthy. I want to eat my snacks. That's what I want to do. Because if I really wanted it, I would have made the decision that says, okay, today's the day that it stops. Every day you wake up is a new day for opportunity. So, I said all that to say this about this program. If you're a lead consultant and above and you have not watched Guide to Growth, invest in yourself. You joined for a reason. You put your social security number in that box for a reason. And so many of you guys are selling yourself short because you think you can't do it, or you think you're not good enough, or you think other people do it better. And you're getting in your own mind and you're sabotaging yourself. You say you want it, but when's the last time you picked up your kit? Has it been a week? Has it been 2 weeks? When's the last time you followed up with your customers? When's the last time you booked a party? And self-reflecting, because every day that you get up is a new day. You don't like where you are, or you want more, you're in full control. That's why before Scentsy Consultant, it says Independent Scentsy Consultant. And it blows my mind when people say, I want to do better, I want more, but they haven't taken time to watch this program that literally tells you exactly what to do and has Google Drives attached with files that all you have to do is print. And has systems to help you be consistent. You don't want it if you haven't. That program's been here since March. So 7 months. And we have a team of 2,500 people. And most people haven't watched it. You don't want it. I would have killed for a program like that because I, for 2 years, had no freaking idea what I was doing. No idea. I just knew when I got high PRV one month, I was like, okay, what did I do this month? I need to do the same thing next month. Okay, I sponsored this month. How did I sponsor? Okay, I need to do the same thing next month. And I figured out that what worked for my personal business, I needed to keep replicating that and duplicating that and growing and getting better and becoming more confident in the way that I was running this business. Don't take for granted the resources that are right at your fingertips. Not everybody has that, and I was one of them. I didn't have it. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't, because I had to figure it out. And because my why was so deep-rooted, my desire and want for this business to be so successful, and what I wanted for my family because of this business was so deep-rooted, I figured it out. But not everybody is as deep-rooted as I am. That's why we created these systems and we created these training videos to pave the path a little bit easier. My path was really rocky. Y'all have a paved path that tells you exactly what to do. But nobody can make you act on it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Small ripples create big waves. The small things create big waves. If you don't like how somebody coaches or how somebody trains, because some people don't learn from me, some people don't learn from Chloe, some people don't learn from Ray Ray, some people don't learn, that's fine. Everybody has different learning styles. Go on YouTube. Jen Anderson is amazing. I love listening to her. I love listening to Jen Anderson. I love listening to Allison Dalkey. I love listening to Katie Farner. Everything you could ever want is at your fingertips. But nobody can make you do it. Nobody can make you do it. You have to want to do it. And if you don't, that's fine. Don't ever feel like you're forced to do something you don't want to do. But my job, my role, is not to say, okay, you've had a bad month. It's okay. My role is to see the potential in you guys and pull that out of you. So many of you guys, and I get it because I was that person. I was very introverted. I don't really like to talk to people. Some of y'all know that when y'all text me, it takes me days to message back because I just can only people so much in one day. Sorry, but it's the truth. I would apologize. I apologize for it, but that's who I am. I can only people so much in one day. And when I have a very big customer base. I have almost 9,000 PRV this month and still have parties to close. That came from one party. That started because of one ripple. Because I booked a party and followed up with my customers and continued to ask people, do they want free Scentsy? Those little ripples created the big wave. You can't have the big wave without the ripples. You have to do small action consistently. Small actions. Stop trying to tackle the whole mountain in one day. You know what I do every day? And some days I feel like I don't even work. I do one thing and I do one thing very well. Doesn't matter what it is. Mondays is always follow-ups. I do my follow-ups very well. Tuesday is when I text my team and text my leaders and text my frontline. I do that very well. Wednesdays is when I book parties intentionally I do that very well. Stop trying to cram your business into 1 day, 2 days. Consistently, small ripples create big waves. And if you're finding that what you're doing is not working, change it. Stop being afraid of change, y'all. I hate change. I do not do well with change. Change is growth. Change is growth. But learn from the people that are giving you these resources. And that's why I stopped coaching. I have people message me all the time. I really want to coach. Boo, we have nothing to coach about. I'm out. I don't know what else to coach you guys on. Because everything I have to give is in Guide to Growth, and it's in those Google files. Those flyers that took hours because I literally suck at technology. Suck. They're in there for you, so you don't have to spend that time making them. You sponsor somebody? There's a whole training series on YouTube I did. 10 videos, quick start videos. That took me a week to do because I was trying to make it perfect, and I did not. I just was like, it took me forever just to say, hi, my name is Katie Lassiter. I had to restart it a million times. There's a new consultant program for you guys to share with your new consultants when you sponsor. I didn't have that. That's why it was created. For you guys to use for the people that you sponsor. The road has been paved for you guys. But some of you guys have not invested into yourself to sit down and say, okay, I need a system to work my business. Chloe's system doesn't work. Katie's system doesn't work. Then create your own. Create your own. There's no right or wrong way to work this business as long as the end goal is the same. PRV, sponsoring, coaching. You can do it so many different ways. I can leave here. Where do I want to go? I can go to a Hosky. Well, y'all probably not from here. There's about 5 different ways I can take. It doesn't matter which way I take. The destination is the same. Stop thinking you have to do it my way, Chloe's way, Ray Ray's way. You don't. As long as the destination is the same. But it's been paved for you and given for you. And the fact that so many of our leaders are not taking time to watch it, how are you going to coach your team to do it? Because everything you need, when I have people come to me, I want coaching, I want to get on the phone, I have nothing else to give. I have nothing else to give. And I say that with so much love. I love you guys and I have love to pour into you. But as far as coaching goes, everything I have is on my YouTube channel and in Guide to Growth. You cannot get much better than that. You cannot get much better with a training program that you can share with your new consultants for them to be successful, because when they're successful, you're successful. With a Google Drive, with all the forms and flyers and everything you could ever want right there for you. But nobody can make you click it. Nobody can make you watch it. Nobody can make you implement it. So be honest with yourself, because I've gotten 2 texts this morning that kind of rattled me a little bit. I'm just going to say, I'm not finding success in this business. And I'm like, did you watch Guide to Growth? What's that? You don't even read my Monday tip emails then. So what do you want? Be honest with yourself. Because I said this on I had a star director call last night. My leaders, my top leaders, meaning my directors and my star directors, had 0 coaching from me. Ray Ray, Kayla Baker, well, Kayla Welke now, Emma Kalu, Stacey Edwards. They didn't need coaching from me. You know why? Their why was so deep-rooted, they figured it out. They watched what I did because I showed them how I worked. But they took it and they soaked it up and was a sponge to learn from it. You have to be a sponge. It grows you as a human when you're a sponge and as a business owner. Learning never stops. Learning never stops. But you have to be a sponge. So I said all that to say this because it kind of went a little bit over, but y'all know how I roll. You have not watched Guide to Growth. Or maybe you've watched Guide to Growth, but you have not implemented it. So you didn't watch it. Rewatch it. Y'all know I'm in that program. And I still rewatch it. Like, if I'm in a slump, I rewatch it. And I rewatch it. And I try something new. You have to be willing to grow and ask yourself, are you sharing that program with your team? Nothing makes me a little bit hotter than when I hear people say, I don't know what Guide to Growth is. You get it in a Monday tip email if you're on my team or if you're my director. I've shared it multiple times on this page, my regular team page. How do you not know? Don't be ignorant to these trainings offered for you to be successful. Don't tell yourself or tell others, I want to do this. I want to promote. I want to have higher PRV. I want to sponsor. Those are all wants. Do your actions line up with what you're telling yourself? Do your actions line up with your goals? That's why I preach monthly goals and weekly goals. Preach them. Because if I didn't have my goals written down, I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay? Would not. You have to have a goal. If you're not writing down what do you want to accomplish this week, man, there is nothing like when Friday comes and I look and I'm like, I accomplished everything I wanted to do this week. The small ripples create the big waves. Stop selling yourself short. Stop ignoring these trainings that are offered to you, that are shared on this page or shared on your director's page. Stop ignoring it. You don't know what one thing could change your business. And I'll tell you what changed my business when I started. I added to team pages. I didn't know what that was. But I saw somebody post on Facebook about a program called Boss Babe Basics that was on YouTube. And I looked up this series. I didn't know who Chloe Cox was at this point, but I looked up this series and I watched it. And this is like my second or third month as a consultant. And I implemented every single thing. Because I did that, I hit director in 7 months. Because I watched it and I implemented it. And if it wasn't for that program and me soaking up the gold nuggets and learning from people that have already done it and are already doing the things, I would not be here. And I would not be with my son. And yeah, I get hot about this right here. I would not be here. That one program with no sponsor, wasn't added on a team page, didn't have anybody working with me, had no freaking idea what the hell I was doing. I found that program, watched it. And because of that program, I redid those things month after month, month after month. Because of that program, I am home. Because of those actions that I implemented, because of that program, I am home. Stop saying you'll do it tomorrow or you'll do it this day. You're never going to be ready. But it's because of that program solely, because I had no support. No support. And when I mean, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry. It pisses me off when I hear people on this page or our director page or my team page, I don't have support. You are an independent business consultant. Your leaders can't pour any more into you with monthly leadership meetings. If you're a director, monthly director meetings, monthly star director meetings, monthly team meetings, Monday tip emails that my team get every single Monday, following up with, I send so many damn text messages to people in our group every single week. You can't get much more support. People say, I'm not supported. No, you want somebody to work your business for you. And newsflash, your sponsor, your superstar director cannot book parties for you, cannot follow up with your customers for you, and cannot have sponsoring conversations for you. They can't do it. You have to want it. You have to show up for you. And your why has to be bigger than you. Your dreams, what this business can do for you. Let me tell you what my dream is. Because for me, I grew up poor. I grew up without lights, without food, without clothes, with 4 siblings. I moved all around the East Coast my entire life. I didn't live in the same house for over a year my entire life. You know what this business has done for me? Stability for my child. Financial stability. Freedom of time. Giving him the best form of a gift I could ever give him. My time. Your dream has to be bigger than you. What can this business do for you? I'm home now. You know what my dream is now? Is for all of you guys to have what I have. I want a house on the beach that I can escape to. Those are big dreams. Coming from somebody with a past like mine, the upbringing like mine, breaking generational curses through this business has been the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. I've had to break my great-grandmother, my great-grandma, my mother. I've had to break generational curses, and I only did that because of this business. Do it for you. Do it for your dreams, because whether you think it or not, this business can change your life if you let it. If you let it. You have to do the work, but I promise you, you do the work and you shock yourself. And you shock yourself every month. I said this on my Star Director call last night. I go into every month pretending I'm an essential consultant. Every month I go in pretending I'm an essential consultant, aiming for shooting star, aiming for sensational star. And I've done that every month for almost 4 years. I pretend I'm a brand new consultant. You know what that means too? I watch trainings. I pretend I'm brand new here. Pretend I'm fresh out the womb. Pretend I'm brand new. Why? Because learning never stops. You can only get better. My goal every month is to shock myself. My PRV goal for this month was $4,000. I'm almost at $9,000. Why? I said, Kate, you going to shock yourself this month. You trying to catch up with Tori Farrell. You trying to catch up with Tori Farrell. Shock yourself. Do it for you. Be proud of you, the little steps. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing. What are you doing? Small ripples create big waves. Small ripples create big waves. I want you guys to write that down somewhere today. Small ripples create big waves. And what ripples are you doing every day? What ripple are you doing every day? Because I promise you, you're consistent with your ripples. You're consistent with your ripples, you're going to have big old waves in a few months. Big old waves. When I look back where I am now in this business, almost 4 years, when I started, I was one broken human being. One broken human being. And when I mean broken. I was a new mom that went back to work when she was 4. My baby was 4 weeks old. And I left him to go to a job for 12, 14 hours. And I don't even remember the first 2 years of my baby's life. Don't even remember. Choose your hard. If you don't like your circumstances where you're at, choose your hard. Every day when I finally Aiden was almost a year when I joined. I chose my hard. Did I want to continue working 2 jobs? My husband worked 2 jobs? Or do I want to sit down and book some parties and build relationships and follow up with my customers to get me out of that situation? What's harder? Booking parties, having sponsoring conversations, or never seeing my baby? Real talk, y'all. Real talk. Choose your hard. Choose your hard. I know how hard it is. Preaching to the choir. And I did it with no resources. Did it with no resources, sitting in my floor crying. No resources. Choose your hard. Because life, it doesn't going to get easier. It's not going to get easier. You have to choose your version of hard. You have to choose. Do I want to continue working in that job that sucks the life out of me? And I missed everything, y'all. I missed my baby walk. I missed my baby say mama for the first time. I missed his first time trying food. Hell, sometimes I got home and he was already in bed. Choose your hard. It was harder for me to miss those moments. It was easier for me to book parties because I knew that if I continued to book parties and follow up with my customers and sponsor and coach my team, that this hard would go away and that this hard would have been worth it. Some of y'all are stuck at the same spot for the last 2 years, and you're not doing anything about it. Not doing anything about it. Choose your heart. It's harder now. What's harder? Staying in the same circumstances? Wondering what if? What if you were consistent for 3 months? What if you were consistent day after day for 3 months? What would your life look like in a year? I can tell y'all I started as one with no resources, no team page, no sponsor. One. On January 17th, 2017, I started as one. One person that wanted to be home with her baby so bad that it killed me. You're talking about feeling your heart break? There's a real thing. I remember walking my baby to my mama the day that I left to go back to work, and I remember my heart ripping in two. That's before Sensi. I didn't even know what Sensi was then. It broke my heart. But consistency. I left my job last May, so 2.5 years into this business. Consistent ripples brought me home with Aiden Blake. Consistent ripples got me out of debt. Consistent ripples built a life that I never dreamed was possible. And I started as one with nothing. With nothing. Some of you guys have got to get uncomfortable and fall in love with being uncomfortable. Every day doing something that scares you, doing something you don't want to do. Some of y'all been sitting at lead consultant for a year. That's you. That's you. That is you. Nobody, not your sponsor, not your superstar director, not your star director, nobody can do this for you. You have to get up and decide what is worth it. What version of hard do you want to go with? Because I'm telling you, I'm forever thankful I pushed through the days I wanted to quit. Because I sucked for a very long time. But every time I wanted to quit, I felt like I was quitting on my family. Every time I quit, I thought to myself, if I quit now, I'm going to have to just get another job and never be able to see Aiden. I'm going to have to just do this. You have got to get at a place. I treated this business like my life depended on it, because it did. And this video may not be for some people, but I'm telling you, this video is for the dreamers and those that want more out of life. And I got to a place where I was so damn tired of being so damn tired. I was so damn tired of getting up at 4:30 in the morning to rush my newborn off and not see him for 14 hours and come home at 8 o'clock at night and still not see him. I got so damn tired of only living for Saturday and Sunday and still being tired because I had to do grocery shopping and laundry and clean my house. My husband and my baby got my leftovers. I got tired of me. I got tired of my life, so I did something about it. Time is going to pass either way. It's going to pass either way. You need to pick your version of hard. And you need to make a decision that say, I'm saying I want to promote. I'm saying I want higher PRV. I'm saying I want to sponsor. But my actions are not aligning with what I'm telling myself. And you got to have a wake-up call with your own self. I had to look in the mirror and say, am I going to live the rest of my life working for this company that could give a rat's ass about me? Is my husband going to continue to work 2 jobs? Are we going to continue to put groceries on a credit card? Or am I going to do something about it? This could be the vessel. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, because I'm telling you, for 2 years, I almost quit. There's still days I want to quit. Those feelings don't go away, y'all. There's still days I'm like, I can't do this no more. I can't do this anymore. But it has to be bigger than you. It has to be bigger than you. Your dreams have to be bigger than you. You have to shock yourself. You have to dream big. When I never forget when I told everybody I wanted to leave nursing to be home with my baby. And people made fun of me. They mocked me. Yeah, you're going to sell wax. You're going to trade your degree for wax. You're going to suck. What if you fail? How are you going to pay your bills? I remember. But all I kept thinking about, my dream day, and I said this to Stacey Edwards one day, write your dream day. If you have a dream of what you want this business to do for your life, I'm going to give you a task, okay? And then I'm done because I got a customer coming over in a minute. I want you to write down what your dream day looks like. If money was no option, if time was no option, you had freedom, financial freedom, and freedom of time, what does your dream day look like? I wrote that down before I quit my job. I'm not going to cry. I'm probably going to cry. I'm sorry if I cry, okay? Before I quit my job, when it got hard, when I tell my husband I can't do this, nobody wants to book parties with me, I'm not growing my customer base, nobody wants to join, I remember how hard it was, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. And he said, what does your day, if you had the biggest desire of your heart and you got to be home with Aiden, what does that day look like? And yesterday was that day. My baby slept until 10:30. And we were on the front porch and we ate breakfast. And he stayed in his pajamas all day long. And we played trains and we played cars. And we watched TV. And we cuddled. And he wanted to take a nap. I tried to get him to take a nap. He wanted to take a nap. So I kind of took a little nap. That was my dream day. That was my dream day. I want each of you to write down, what does your dream day look like? What does your dream day look like? Money was no option. Time was no option. What does your dream day look like? And I want you to put it where you can see it every day. To remind you, why are you even doing this? Because hard days are going to come. I'm a superstar director. I can't promote any higher. Hard days still come. Those feelings of wanting to quit still come. They still come. They don't go away. But days like yesterday remind me why I do what I do. And it's something very powerful about it. So, I want to see him. Write it down. Type it out. However, what is a dream day in the life of Autumn Wiley? I hope I said that right. What does the day in your dream day look like? Alicia Wright, what does your dream day look like? What does it look like? And I want you to be specific. What will you have for breakfast? If you have kids, what will you and your kids do? If it's a sunny day, money and time were no option, what would your dream day look like? Because I'm telling you, days become months. Months become years. I missed out on 2 years of my baby's life. I don't even remember it. 2 years of my baby's life. 2 years. I can't get it back. Time is the most precious gift you'll ever have, and time passes either way. You joined for a reason. You joined for a reason. Start taking chances on yourself. Start betting on yourself. Start shocking yourself. You're worth it. Your dreams are worth it. Your families are worth it. Stop. Stop sitting on the sidelines of your business, of your life. Because this can be the vessel that opens up so many doors. I wouldn't know what my life would look like had I not taken a chance out of myself. Do it. Do it. Start betting on yourself. Shocking yourself. Pretending every single day like you just started. Telling you, you'll do things you never thought you could do. Big, little ripples create big waves. I love y'all. My foot's asleep, so let me get off of here. I cried. Sorry for getting so emotional. I just wanted to talk about guided growth, and I don't even know where I went. I went all the way around, and now I'm back. Watch guided growth. Don't just watch it. Implement it. Teach your teams to watch it. Teach your teams to implement it. Little things create the big things. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day.